Alright, now I am going to show you how to mod Nerf Nitefinder. Okay, first of all, you gotta unscrew the screws. Alright, and after all that's done, take out this little spring. Make sure you don't lose it. Put it somewhere safe. Okay, now this is your basic inside of an Nerf Nitefinder. And in order to get to the air restrictors right here, you have to take off your screws right now. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. And again, put it somewhere safe. Now, along with the air restrictor removal, I am going to replace the spring. Because I feel with the stronger spring, you get better airflow. And right now I've got on the stock spring. I'm gonna take off the screw right here. And this should let me get to the spring. Be sure don't lose any of these screws. Okay, put this aside for later. Okay, and I had these compression springs that I bought from Home Depot for about $2. And the problem is they're way too long. So I've already went ahead and cut down the spring. You can experiment with different lengths. I find 2 lengths is cutting it good enough. Okay, screw that back on. Oh, and if you have an extra O-ring from a previous gun, I would suggest putting that on. This comes off, and that goes on. Okay, and just put this aside. Okay, save this for later. It's going to become of some use, but it isn't going to be anymore. Okay. Okay, here's your little barrel, and here are your air restrictors. Okay. I've already went ahead and, okay, you can just pitch that spring right here. And I've already taken out the barrel post and the stuff in here, so I took a unibit and just did that all out, and you can just toss this piece. And here's another part of the air restrictor, and I found the most efficient way to remove this is take the slotted screwdriver and just take a hammer and punch through these 3. And I've already went through the steps, and I've already come up with this. It's all punched out, and it's nice and clean enough. Alright, now you're gonna put together these 2. And the barrel removal will allow you to shoot any dart. Tiger darts, streamline darts, Stefans. Okay, and after you're all done with that, you're gonna put this in. You can put on the spring right now, it doesn't really matter, but I put it on afterwards. Okay. And if you remember where your springs are, make sure it fits on nice so it doesn't spring away. Yeah, like that. So I'm going to do this and place this right here. Hold this back, preventing any more springage almost. Some days you need to cut it just a little bit shorter so this problem doesn't happen. Okay, you got your screw pre-threaded so it doesn't fall through like it just did. And get your precision screw, which I use through unscrewing it. Okay. And with that screwed in, just still hold it down so it doesn't fall off. Okay. It's just that lubrication that they put on the barrel and the spring that makes it hard to grasp. So yeah. Sorry it's taking so long. Okay. Okay, now with that in, you're going to take your little spring. If you already hadn't put it in there, put it in like this, and then squish it under. Okay. Because if you lose that spring, that gun isn't going to work properly because it isn't going to be able to hold back. Because that spring pushes down this part right here, which will hold it back. Oh, and be sure this little metal piece stays in there if you just want to screw in your little bolt. Okay. And after with everything checked and done, you will go ahead and screw these in. Okay. You can also paint your gun, like I chose to do. That's the wrong screw. You can choose to paint your gun. I painted it before I modded it. I was bored. I used model paint because just regular old paint won't stick, and if you want to go through the extra special details, you can sand the whole thing down with fine sandpaper and give it some spray paint. And it should turn out nice. Okay.
That means Ford knows what the problem is.
Now, barrel replace. What I've said for you to hang on to this was for the barrel replacement. I feel that your adhesive won't hold on to your barrel well enough, so that's why that's there. I'll explain that later. But if you pretty much feel like it, everything else is done, so you don't really need to watch this unless you really are bored. I feel I gotta keep on going because if I stop, it'd be a second video, so it's a lot more convenient. I just skipped it past it, but no. Okay, be sure every screw's in there. But with all that said and done, it should be ready and raring to fire. I had a stay on in there. My bad. Welp. Hope that helped a lot. I'm on a Nitefinder.